Okay, Randy, what I want you to do is work on this. I would love to see you get this. I don't see any reason why you have to do this stuff. There's no physical reason to do this. In other words, you've got some issues, like I've got some issues, but this is just a bad habit. This is just a over the top steep swing with the club face wide open. From where you're going to be late, or you're going to pull it, or slice it, stick it in the ground, top it. They're all caused by this move right here. So I would do this actually if you want to work on it to keep it simple. See where you are right now. I wouldn't even worry about going this last part. Watch your right elbow. Do you see that? Now we're kind of beat. Let me show you what I mean. I want you to pay particular attention to the right forearm. The right forearm. And 35 degrees more vertical. And the elbow is almost touching the side. So if your forearm, think about only your forearm now, if it tilts forward, if it goes from here like his is to like this, stand up and do this as I'm telling you, if it tilts forward, what's that going to do to the incline of the club? It's going to make it steep. It's going to make it vertical. Right? So his is in, vertical. There's his transition on 40 degrees. And there's your transition on 70 degrees. So it's not just inside. I don't want you to think that that's the panacea for a golf swing, just getting it more inside. Of course we have to do that. That's a given. But it's also the incline of this club. If you turn your shoulders and let your arms just simply fall down behind you and not outside and first, I mean, it's still at 70 degrees. Let's bring his hands down to where yours are. Right about there. Okay, so the obvious difference is, I'm just talking about not inside or outside now, I'm just talking about the incline. Right? If we could get you to orient it a little bit more to this baseball feeling, forehand in tennis, skipping a stone across a pond, anything else that you do like this would be a good analogy for you. So if I went up like this here, do you see where I see his club face? I see it right here on this side of the stick. If I go up like this here, yours is on the other side of the stick. That's 10 on a 10 scale open. So I've got to get you, the only thing that would square it would be for you to feel a different motion coming down, which is what I call laying the club down. So if that's standing the club up, I want the club to lay down, almost feeling parallel to the ground. Now he doesn't have to do anything except go through the ball. So an even better look at it, to give you a look at what you want to do, is this. Drop. Drop. Look how far down he is there, Randy, and his shoulders are still at the target. Now, if I brought your hands down that low to about where his are, let's look at your shoulders. They're almost square. They've completely opened. Right? If I look at his hands are below his right shoulder. Your hands have already committed out here to under your face. So it is a thing of patience. you have to turn and you have to drop that club in deep into your back pocket and get it laid down. Now the way we do this is you do the T drill that I gave you. Please don't go away hitting balls off the ground, because if you do, Randy, you're going to be really steep again. I got to get you off this steepness. It's like, let me make one thing clear to you. Okay, you have a line of flight here, right? Well, this is called the inside, and this is called the outside. This is called the inside. This is called the outside. All they are is directional issues. Obviously we want the path to come from the inside, but that's only half the problem. I can swing from inside, but if my shaft is still that vertical, I'm going to hit a big slice to the right. So when the standing up of, or the verticality of the club causes the face to go open, which it does every single time, this is physics, then you start to come over the top to try to play it. So even the balls that you're not slicing, you're going to either pull or hit much less directly. The reason you hit it so solid today a couple times was you put the face on it squarely. Right there. Now, you're already at the ball, and the club is not there yet. Why do you top? Because if you get your body that open and already up past the ball, and your arms are still, that club's still up in the air, you're not always going to get to the bottom of it. That's just physics also. You have to reach it when you're staying behind the ball a little bit. Now you get it going on this path, you might pull it. Or you can get it on this path with the face open to that path, and you might hit a big block to the right. But very commonly, you either stick it in the ground or roll it. Especially when somebody tells me they're rolling a driver. That's extremely late release. That means the body's getting way out in front of the hands coming down. So I want you to work on it, and I want you to get here and turn and stay here. Just do this in your backyard, in a high ceiling in your house. Just turn and drop. So what I'm trying to show you is that, I had a delay there for a minute, I'm back. What I'm trying to show you is that this wants to be back here right now, and it wants to be in that direction. And when you do, you're just going to let's see how far outside that's coming. Watch. Look where that club is in relation to the ball here. You just have to go make a million swings, man, with your shoulders turned and your hands drop down behind you. Let me know how you're doing with it. Any questions, just give me a call.